The Sony PlayStation. Even the name itself conjures up memories of groundbreaking gaming experiences for many. Dive back into the mid-90s, and the gaming landscape looked a lot different. The era was marked by cartridge-based systems, pixelated adventures, and a clamor for more lifelike, engaging gameplay. Enter Sony, a company known for its prowess in electronics, with a vision of redefining this arena. With the introduction of the PlayStation, Sony didn't just release another gaming console. They set forth a transformative tool that promised and delivered a new horizon of interactive entertainment. Boasting CD technology, awe-inspiring 3D graphics, and an array of titles that would go on to become legendary, the PlayStation was not just about playing, it was about experiencing. But every innovation has its backstory, every revolution its catalysts. As we venture further, we'll unravel the tapestry of events, decisions, and innovations that brought the original Sony PlayStation to the forefront of the gaming industry. Sony, before the 1990s, was primarily celebrated for its prowess in audio and video technologies. The PlayStation, however, would transform Sony's identity forever, stamping it as a titan in the gaming industry. But how did this metamorphosis occur? Let's journey deeper. The tale of PlayStation begins not as a solo venture, but intertwined with another gaming giant, Nintendo. In the late 1980s, Sony and Nintendo came together with a vision, a CD-ROM add-on for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System (SNES). Named the PlayStation, it aimed to merge cartridge efficiency with expansive storage capacity of CDs, offering both conventional SNES cartridge playability and enhanced audiovisual experiences via CD-ROMs. However, corporate disagreements, primarily over control of the disc's licensing, led to a public rift. The 1991 Consumer Electronics Show (CES) became the stage for a dramatic revelation when Nintendo, to Sony's surprise, announced an unexpected partnership with Philips. This left Sony's initial foray into gaming in limbo. Retreat wasn't in Sony's playbook. Under the keen vision of Ken Kutaragi, the company pivoted. The PlayStation underwent a transformation from a mere SNES add-on to a full-fledged gaming console. Kutaragi, renowned as the father of PlayStation, envisioned a machine that would redefine gaming standards. Sony's expertise in electronics was its ace. Moving from cartridge to CD-ROM was a gamble, but a calculated one. CDs held the potential for expansive 3D environments, intricate storylines, and CD-quality sound, propelling games into a more cinematic realm. While cartridges had faster load times, Sony's engineering finesse worked to minimize this gap. Their proprietary graphics processor, the Graphics Processing Unit (GPU), enabled intricate 3D renderings, while the CD technology offered a vast playground for developers to weave expansive narratives. But hardware alone wasn't going to win the game. Sony knew this. The outreach to game developers started years before the console's launch. Sony courted developers, offering them tools and incentives to bring their best titles and even exclusive games to the PlayStation. Their marketing wasn't just focused on kids. They extended their appeal to teens and adults, resonating with the evolving demographics of gamers. The edgier, mature-themed titles that the PlayStation would be known for were a testament to this strategy. From being a sideline player due to corporate disagreements, Sony's resolve turned potential embarrassment into a pivotal moment in gaming history. As the PlayStation neared its launch date, the gaming world, both developers and players, waited with bated breath, anticipating the new era Sony promised. When Sony unveiled the PlayStation, its technical prowess was immediately evident. The specifications were not just numbers on a sheet. They represented a new frontier for gaming realism, immersion, and performance. Let's break down what made the PlayStation a formidable machine in its era. At the heart of the PlayStation was its R3000A CPU, a 32-bit RISC processor clocking in at 33.8688 MHz. While this might seem modest by today's standards, it was a powerhouse for its time, capable of processing complex 3D environments and physics with ease. Sony's custom GPU was the secret sauce behind the PlayStation's stunning visuals. It rendered graphics at 640 by 480 resolution and was adept at handling a myriad of colors, textures, and intricate 3D models. This GPU could smoothly manage about 360,000 polygons per second, giving developers the latitude to craft detailed characters and expansive worlds. The PlayStation boasted 2 MB of main RAM and an additional 1 MB of video RAM. This allocation ensured that games ran smoothly, minimizing lag and rendering hitches. Audio was an arena where Sony had a rich legacy, and the PlayStation did not disappoint. It incorporated a 24-channel 80 PCM, which provided crisp, clear sound. The audio experience was further enhanced with the CD-ROM's capability to provide CD-quality background music, making in-game soundtracks more dynamic and cinematic. Opting for CD-ROMs over cartridges was a game-changer. With a maximum data throughput of 300 kilobytes per second and a 2x speed, the PlayStation could read vast amounts of game data, allowing for deeper storylines, enhanced graphics, and richer soundtracks. The PlayStation was designed with user experience in mind. It came equipped with 2 controller ports, making multiplayer gameplay a breeze. Additionally, there was a memory card slot for game saves, ensuring players could pick up where they left off. An expansion port at the back hinted at Sony's plans for future peripherals and upgrades. The original PlayStation controller was an innovative piece of design. It introduced the now iconic shape, featuring a D-pad, 4 shoulder buttons, and the trademark triangle, circle, cross, and square buttons. This layout became a staple, influencing subsequent PlayStation controllers and setting a standard in the industry. With a vast and diverse game library, it catered to all types of gamers, from the casual to the hardcore. Here's a look into some of the titles that not only defined the PlayStation, but also left an indelible mark on the gaming industry. A JRPG from Square Enix, Final Fantasy VII, is often regarded as one of the greatest video games of all time. With its cinematic storytelling, memorable characters, and grand world building, it showcased the true potential of the PlayStation CD-ROM format. The story of Cloud Strife and his battle against the malevolent Shinra Corporation has since become legendary. Hideo Kojima's masterpiece introduced gamers to a new kind of action game, emphasizing stealth and strategy over brute force. Its intricate plot, memorable characters, and innovative gameplay mechanics showcased the PlayStation's capabilities, pushing the boundaries of what was possible in video game storytelling. Capcom's survival horror franchise started its terrifying journey on the PlayStation. The games combined atmospheric horror, challenging puzzles, and tense combat, creating a formula that would influence horror games for generations to come. A continuation of Konami's beloved series, this title shifted from a straightforward action platformer to an expansive Metroidvania style. With its intricate level design, RPG elements, and haunting soundtrack, it remains a fan favorite. Namco's fighting series was a staple on the PlayStation, offering 3D combat with a roster of diverse characters. Its intuitive combat mechanics and engaging story arcs made it a go-to title for multiplayer duels. Polyphony Digital's racing simulator set a new standard for realism in driving games. With its vast array of cars, meticulous attention to detail, and realistic physics, Gran Turismo was a testament to the PlayStation's graphical and processing prowess. Naughty Dog's iconic platformer introduced gamers to Crash, a quirky bandicoot battling the evil Dr. Neo Cortex. With its vibrant graphics, tight controls, and memorable levels, it became synonymous with the PlayStation brand. These titles were just the tip of the iceberg. The PlayStation's library boasted over 1,000 games, spanning multiple genres and styles. From action-adventures to puzzles, from sports simulations to quirky indie titles, the PlayStation had something for everyone. It was this vast and diverse game library that cemented its place not just as a commercial success, but also as a cultural phenomenon. The launch of the Sony PlayStation wasn't just the birth of a new console. It heralded a seismic shift in the gaming landscape. Its contributions went beyond just impressive sales numbers. The PlayStation fundamentally altered how games were developed, played, and perceived. Let's explore the lasting impact and legacy of this iconic machine. The PlayStation recognized that gamers weren't just children. Many were teenagers or young adults seeking more mature content. Titles like Metal Gear Solid and Silent Hill catered to this demographic, weaving intricate stories with mature themes. This broadening of the audience paved the way for video games to be recognized as a legitimate form of entertainment for all ages, akin to movies or books. While not the first console to offer 3D graphics, the PlayStation popularized it. Its powerful GPU allowed developers to craft detailed 3D environments, making two-dimensional side-scrollers and top-down views less common. This shift to 3D changed game design philosophies and player expectations, a trend that continues today. With the increased storage capacity of CDs, games could now offer more than just gameplay. They could tell stories. Cinematic cutscenes, voice acting, and intricate plot lines became standard. The PlayStation era saw video games evolve from simple entertainment to narrative-driven experiences. Sony's approachable attitude and support for smaller developers provided a platform for indie games to shine. This democratization allowed for more innovative and offbeat titles to find their audience. Gone were the days of lengthy password systems or losing progress after turning off the console. Sony's introduction of the memory card was a game changer, allowing players to save their game data externally and even share it with friends. Before the PlayStation, Sony was an outsider in the gaming industry. The console's success cemented Sony's position as a key player, leading to successive generations of PlayStation consoles and ensuring Sony's seat at the high table of gaming for decades to come. The design, user interface, and even the controller layout of the PlayStation set standards. Many of these features and design philosophies were carried forward to its successors, some even adopted by competitors. In retrospect, the Sony PlayStation wasn't just a product, it was a movement. Its influence resonates even today, evident in how games are designed, how stories are told in the digital realm, and how players across the globe connect with this medium. The legacy of the PlayStation is that of a trailblazer, one that transformed the gaming industry from a niche hobby to a global phenomenon. The Sony PlayStation wasn't merely a gaming console, it was a revolution. In the mid-1990s, the gaming landscape was fragmented and largely seen as a children's pastime. However, with the PlayStation's entrance, that perception began to shift dramatically. Emerging from a tumultuous partnership with Nintendo, Sony could have abandoned its gaming ambitions. Instead, it harnessed that setback, pivoting with a determination to craft a device that would not only compete with industry giants, but also redefine the very fabric of gaming. And the PlayStation did just that. By embracing CD-ROM technology, Sony didn't just choose a more modern storage medium. It ushered in expansive 3D worlds, gripping narratives, and a cinematic flair previously unattainable. But it wasn't technology alone that set the PlayStation apart. It was a symphony of strategic decisions, from fostering developer relationships to targeting a broader demographic that ensured its games resonated with audiences worldwide. The titles introduced on this platform are now etched in gaming lore, be it the sprawling metropolis of Midgar in Final Fantasy VII, the chilling corridors of Raccoon City Police Department in Resident Evil, or the high-octane races in Gran Turismo. These experiences were more than just games, they were cultural touchstones. And perhaps that is the PlayStation's most significant legacy, the elevation of video gaming from a niche hobby to a cultural cornerstone. Its ripple effects can be seen today, with video games influencing movies, music, and other art forms, breaking barriers and fostering communities. In the annals of gaming history, many consoles have left their mark. However, the PlayStation stands out not just for its commercial success, but for its transformative impact. It was, in every sense, a game changer. As we look back, it's clear that the world of gaming would never be the same post-PlayStation, and for many of us, neither would our cherished memories.